G'day everybody, and welcome back to Vulcan for what will be the last time for a while. I've been thinking about this save a fair bit recently, and I've kind of reached that point with Stationeers where I feel like I'm sort of doing a lot of the same things. And I really want to be in a mindset where when I start playing this with Capac after the terrain update, I'm excited to do a lot of those same things. So what I've decided to do is to end this series today. But the beauty of this particular base is I've actually got a whole lot of options on how I can end this base. Because I've got a massive amount of water. I have well over, I think I've actually got over 3,000 liters of water. I've got 700 liters in this system, and I've got well over 2,000 liters in my other system, albeit the other system's a bit hot. So we may need to do something about that so that I can go swimming without my suit. Let's go see how hot it is. I may need to do some spamming of some extreme cooling for it. So that's, yeah. I've been troubling over this decision for the last few weeks, and I just kind of reached a point where I was like, actually, I think this is just how it has to be, because there are a bunch of other games I'd like to try out in the interim, and honestly, I just don't want to get to a point where I'm feeling almost burnt out in Stationeers just before starting a brand new series with someone else with whom I want to share my excitement for playing, not my frustrations or, oh, I'm just doing this again, feelings with. I've done a few things around here during the past week. I've put a whole bunch of the external cladding on the base. I've got some extra oxygen filters because the oxygen was slowly accumulating in the base with the single filter. That sort of stuff. Done a few things. Oh no, the sci-fi Conan is not a thing, Tincho. No. No, 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 no. Everything I see of it just makes me say no. It's not for me. I'm sure other people will be enjoying it, but it is not for me. Alright, so, water. Oh, actually, I've got 4,000 liters of water. Oh, and it's only 55 degrees. That's actually not too bad. Huh. Huh. Sci-fi Conan, otherwise known as June. Interesting. Now, I have a lot... Whoa. I have a lot of liters of pollutants, so I could add some extra evaporation chambers quite quickly here. I should do that. Alright. So what we're going to do, at least my goal right now, is see if I can cool this down to a level where we can then just pipe it into the base. I want to see how much of the base it can fill, and whether I can get a water base. So, to do that, I'm going to need a whole bunch of evaporation units and probably some more heat exchangers. Thank you so much, Orsa. Thank you for the 10 gift subs. Thank you very much for your very long-term support. And thank you, Double Morty. Thank you for the Prime sub. And thank you, Danny, for the Prime sub as well. And thank you, Fulgen, for 20 months. And thank you, Worms, for the Prime sub. Pipe it up to the tower and let the water flow downwards. Yeah, see, I wasn't sure whether to start at the top of the tower with the water, or start at the nearest point to the water and see where it ends up. Oh, I gotta show you something cool that I did this week. Da, 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 da. This was my vision for the mining area. I think that looks awesome. I think I'm going to look forward to making places like this in other parts of the base. Yes. Abandon all hope. Uh, yeah, I didn't like orange on the lights. It was too yellow. The red gave the right doom and gloom. Yeah, that was that was one of the things I did. What am I doing? I mean, I should... Wally, I would probably save purple lighting for... like a grow... like a hydroponics area. Alright, so... phase. Let's get a few of these guys going. Need some more copper. Wait, do I need anything else for that? Probably need to make some steel too. Yes, ultra-violent grow lights. Yes, Ison. Alright, copper, let's get a bunch of that done. And then some steel. There we go. Yes, the triffids are grown by ultraviolet light. That kind of works out. So yeah, I'd like to drown my base, but there's also another option. Which may become apparent, but I'm just going to leave it as a mystery until we get to the point where I'm ready to drown the base. If it hasn't occurred before then. Am I going to remove the frames below the glass? I suppose I could. Now that it's all connected, I actually can quite easily. But I don't know which bit it is. I'll deal with that at some other point, if I do. Alright, that's my copper. Let's get my steel made. Because I think if I want to cool 3,000 liters of water with more water being added, and I want to do that quickly, I need to scale up my cooling big time. Because I would like that to happen today. No, Jockton, it does not mean the update is coming. It means I want to be excited for when the update comes. I've been keeping an eye on the Stationeers stuff. They seem like they've got the moon map pretty much ready. And they're apparently working on Europa next, and they'll move on to the next one and the next one. And I don't plan on playing with the terrain update until it's actually in public, proper version, not in beta. Sisu, I think that works the exact opposite way. I was pondering a little bit about wear and tear in games. While I agree it can be annoying, it can also nudge the player into building more complicated things. No. No. Maintenance means you build more simple things. Because then maintenance is more simple. If you have to maintain stuff, you will build the simplest thing possible so that you don't have to spend time repairing the complex thing. And I mean, the way wear and tear is usually approached, it seems, is by making it a thing just for cheaper materials. Yeah, I was just feeling like I'd reached the point where I'm like, I'm really excited to play Out of War each week. I'm really excited to play SE, or what will be Astroneer this week, with Shag each week. I wasn't feeling the same excitement for playing Stationeers. And to me that was a bit sad, because I had for a long time, and I was like, ooh, I should be sensitive to this, because I do intend to play some more of this soon. So I should probably take note of that and be like, I'm gonna step away. You meant maintaining 4 Stirling engines versus 50 solar panels. Yeah, okay. Yes, if you're talking about complex to manage the device, rather than complex systems supporting the device. Alright, 6 should be enough for a bit. Let's see how far I get with this. Need some liquid pipes when I come back. That is correct. You will not get to see a pressurized landing bay. All of the things that I had intended to do for this, I'm not going to worry about. Although, I did come up with a lighting solution that I'm quite happy with for out here. Using the railings and putting a long light on it. I think that looks suitably airport-ish. I think it works pretty well. Do you need pressurized landing bays for other humans to land? Yes. For human traders, yes you do. Oh, I need a frame. I didn't bring any frames. So these require frames. Oh no, they don't. Misremembering. Oh, the pipe singing. So much pipe singing. Alright. This is, what the? That was weird. The heat effect just made me think something was flying past my head. Okay, more than double the cooling capacity. Let's see if that's gonna be enough. Just a baby dragon, yeah. Or a Capac. Yeah, it was a Capac that missed. Alright, I don't have cables, that's fine. Let's see how this works. This side is easy. This just goes straight up and connects them all. Then I need to go around. We'll connect to this one. Do that for all of them, and that should give me enough room to do the other piping around it. I think the way I set up the first expansion of this is a way that I can just continue to do for the rest of it. It is possible I will need to get some CO2 filters out here to get some more CO2 in that line to make it more efficient, but I think it'll be alright. Okay, so for this bit... Okay, it's sort of the opposite, except we go up at this point. What's the liquid pollutant temperature versus the cooling gas? Wonder if the liquid pollutant is tapped out in cooling capacity. It wasn't when I last checked it. I will check it again in a second. That should be all properly connected now. Just need to do the liquid pipes when I come back. But let's check out those temperatures. Please give the Stationeer proper living quarters. We'll see. Yeah, see, it's 50 degrees, so pollutant should be able to keep working quite a bit below that. And this is 115 degrees here. I think I might need another counterflow heat exchanger, actually. Because that should come in cooler than that. Oh! 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 Oh, wow! Oh, that was... less destructive than I expected! What just flew my way? Oh, it's still going! A new fire has started! So, something I noticed when I was building this week was that this tank, it was getting full. And it exploded, taking out the tank next to it, which made a nice fuel mix, which it would have made anyway because of the air. But that did very little damage. Oh no. It took out some Stirling engines. Huh. I wonder if it overheated these canisters to the point of exploding. But it didn't touch my base. Huh. Well, I think I need to reload so that we don't have that happen, so that I can continue my other plans. So let's do this. Alright, it's nighttime. Dang it! Needs to be hotter. Alright, well, I guess we'll just reload. Load world. Auto save. 617. Load. Pop a window and then start a machine. Yeah. Start the microwave. So, let's grab that. And you can see, this is already over pressure. So, can I fix this? Let's see. Yes, I can. That's fixed now. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. That was close. I have to do that piping again, but there we go. 58.4. And this is going to slowly increase, so I probably need to get another tank on here first before I do anything else. Yeah, Shadow Drake, I do need to reload because I don't want to deal with that. That's kind of part of the fun of today, is I don't have to deal with anything. And thank you, Silly String. Thank you for the 40 months. Just a blow-off cow that'll flame a bit throughout the day. Yeah, actually that's a great idea. Where's a back pressure regulator? Let's do that. Yep, my entire run surviving only on potatoes. Today's theme. I don't wanna. You can support that, can you? Oh. Wait, a cow for the flame? Or should I have a broken pipe? I feel like maybe a broken pipe is the way to go. Will a broken pipe burn? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't even know if a cow will. Need to make sure this is high enough up that it's not going to be a problem. This. And we set this to much higher pressure than that. That is the wrong device. Let's set this to 55,000. Okay, so this is currently sitting at 58. It's currently hot enough for auto ignition, so on. Oh, I should have saved before I did this! What happens if I turn it off? Oh, I blew the tank! Whoopsie! Brilliant. Quick, pop a window. Sure. Holy cow! Let me get down there. Let me get down there. And... oh, wow. I think I've overwhelmed the particle effects. Let's... still a pleasant 23 degrees and 97 kPa in here. I think there's such a big pressure difference that the flames get kept outside for quite some time. It'll have to drop a long way before that that changes. Alright, before we get another autosave...
hydration critical.
Huh. Yeah, I created a giant flamethrower. That's exactly what I did. Man. Awesome. Okay, we know how to fix the problem. I just need to not implement that as a solution. Yes, you are correct. I want the 617 save. I should have saved yes. Okay, so. Step 1, turn that off. Step 2, turn the fuel mixer on and fill this up to a decent amount. Because that should drop the pressure. Oh, I need to take that out. Stop it from turning it off. That should do the trick. Yeah. So that's gotten me to safe levels. Now, let's just go inside and get a tank. A second tank will buy me all the time I need. Cycle. Man, that explosion. It's only a regular size tank. But yes, compared to the Capac incubators, small is large. Tank insulated. Yeah, that's all we got. So that should do the trick. I think. Oh man. Throat. Go away. Man, it's annoying. Insulated liquid pipes. So you can't breathe from all that fire. Yeah. Good news is, it's saved after I made the steel and copper for this, so, you know, at least there's that. No, the pressure in the main line is fine. Where, even at 30 megapascals, it'll be more than enough. I don't know how much liquid pipe I actually need, so I'll just wait for a full stack. And then head out. How much we got? 11? I don't know exactly how the mixer works, because the mixer needs things to be at the same temperature, but it doesn't need things to be at the same pressure. So I don't know how the mixer works. Which feels like a small oversight on my part, or a gap of knowledge, but yeah. Oh, I already had one. Missed the intro. Why finale? To avoid burnout of game. That feeling where I'm just doing something because I feel like I have to, rather than because I really want to. Because I really, really, really do want to enjoy myself playing Stationeers when I play it with Capac next. Because that's my plan. I want to feel excited about that, and I don't want to mess with that possibility, because I feel like that... me being that excited and that positive about the game will help Capac enjoy it more. To ignite my base, the easiest way I can see to do that would be to allow the temperature inside this tank to go up, and then pipe that, because that's high pressure, into the middle of the base. And because the pressure in that is greater than the air in the base, it would spread volatiles throughout the base. But I want to drown the base, not burn the base. That's the same network, yep. And now it's happy. Cool. One problem solved. Let's get the next one. Back to this again. I should have printed some cables before I left. Forgot to turn the pump back on. Oh yeah, I should do that. Thank you. Because that pipe would have exploded. I'll get that in a second. Alright. Do this bit. This shouldn't take me long. One thing I think I'm going to need to do, and should be safe to do now, is I think I need to turn off the making of new water. Because that's constantly putting through very, very hot water. So let's take that out. We'll leave the new water off so that this cools down quicker. And I'll just have to keep an eye out and make sure that I don't end up with running out of power. Because the hot water is my power source over here. Pools of volatiles swim in fuel. Is my suit even capable of putting up with that? Probably is for a short time. Can always just vent the stuff instead of cooling and storing to keep power topped up. Yeah, true. There is a part of me that is suspicious that using Stirling engines in a place that's at least got a relatively not too hot night produces more power from a fuel mix than a gas-fueled generator. I'm genuinely suspicious that that's the case. Because I do feel like I get a lot of power here. Or maybe it's just because I don't use much over here, so I don't actually get as much as I think. Hey, Madja. Thank you for 68 months. Jeez, that's a big number. Thank you very much. Well... No, Shadow Drake, you say it's capped at 8 kilowatts. What's capped at 8 kilowatts? I have a single fuel thing, and I'm getting, off one chain of this, not all of them, but one of them, I'm getting 5.7, plus 3.6, which is already more than 9, plus 1.7, plus 600, plus 200, plus 40. Like, what's capped? There doesn't appear to be a cap there. Or are you talking the gas fuel generator is capped at 8 kilowatts? If you're talking that, then yeah, the gas fuel generator definitely produces less. Which seems odd. Using sterlings as a form of cooling is just crazy. Power is a byproduct. Yep. Power is my waste product. So let's grab this in here. Of course, it's fitting that in the finale I am doing cooling. Because what else would I be doing? Man, I'm looking forward to Mars. Or whatever world I let Kabak pick. Alright. Almost got everything hooked up, and then I just need cables. That should be good. Let's go get some cables, and then I probably need more heat exchangers because this is going to cool it down even more, and I'll need another counterflow as well for over here, so I need a few more pipes as well. Easy. Someone watched your last couple of plays on Stationeers, they would assume it's HVAC engineer. I mean, isn't it? I wonder if the sterlings are faster coolant than just heat exchanging with the atmosphere. Yeah. They might be. They may be a very efficient form of heat exchange to the atmosphere. That would not surprise me one bit. No, the cooling tower's not taller than the control tower, I'm pretty sure. Go on there. Get a few more of those. Get some more regular cable. What else do I need? I need the heat exchangers, which unfortunately is made from the same place as the pipe. So... what else can I do? Pressure in here has come back down, which is nice. Take my suit off. Oh yeah. I've been thinking about how to manage multiple machines of each type with someone as... well, I mean, looking at my floorage, someone more disorganized than me. How to best manage that. And I'm not sure. I feel like what we might end up doing for Kabak and I is kind of having 2 production rooms or double machines, and then you just, whichever machine's not being used, that's the one you use. And if you need materials for it, you just make materials for that one. Kind of like how I've been running this at the end, where now that I've got heaps of materials, I just make what I need when I need it for that machine and don't worry about shuffling stuff from one machine to another. Large direct heat exchanger. What do I need to make Invar? Iron and nickel. Oh wait a sec, I think I've got some up on the shelf here. I do. There we go. You still like the idea of having two different canisters in the Sterlings and using a Larry to switch them depending on atmosphere temps. Oh, that feels scary. Kind of interesting, but scary. I need a pipe kits for these as well. Because what if the Larry's getting to one of them while it's not getting to another one? Counterflow. What does the counterflow need to be made? Just steel sheets. Okay. Got to be careful with that. The Sterling needs to be off when the switch happens. Ooh. Yeah, that... Ugh. Alright. That's enough stuff. Let's amp up my cooling and hope that I can get this water cool enough. Because what I'd really like to do, and I figure this is the closest approximation I can come to today of my end goal, which was to have a swimming pool. And my production room is a perfect swimming pool. But because 4,000 liters of liquid is not just half a single cube, it's actually, I think, 40 cubes? Because someone was saying it's like 110 or 120 liters of liquid per cube, because liquids in the world space take up a much greater volume than they do within the pipe network. It's quite possible that I end up with, you know, a lot of my base underwater. Yeah, Atlantis base. Exactly. And just like Stargate Atlantis, some of you will feel that this series ended too soon. That is set to 3,400. Keep setting all these. All right, on, and on. 12,000 liters of pollutant. Not bad. Yeah, I turned the O2 pump back on. You can see. Ta-da! This network, nothing. This one, some. Oh yeah, check my CO2 coolant pressure. Ah, it's still nearly 3 megapascals, it's alright. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is add the extra counterflow. Which means I need to probably do this. Wait. Side by side counterflows? Or in series counterflows? What would be better? Either way, I need a... If I do that in series, I need to have an inline tank. Oh, did I accidentally click down one of the things? Oh, well. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Yeah. I'm trying to think about... parallel... In series makes more sense to me in that it gives double the chance for each bit of gas to exchange its heat into the liquid. But yeah, I'll be after you could be right. Side by side, more total cooling per tick, but in series, lower exit temperature. Which effectively means more cooling. For the thing that I need cooling for. Because my idea is to get the liquid as cool as possible. And the gas as hot as possible by the time it exits. The cooler the liquid is, the lower it can evaporate out. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to test it. I think I'm just going to put one in, and I'm going to put it in parallel because it'll be easier. Oh, and I'll put it in series. Just shove it in here. That'll be easy enough. Those there. Yeah, series is going to be easier to put together. Because it is simply this. So that's what I'm going to do. So that goes to there, and then I just need to move my exhaust to here. This could get spicy in a second. I'm not quick enough, and I was. Alright. So this one is exchanging 7 kilojoules-ish. And this one is doing... I can't see because it's inside the tank. But, what temperature is our liquid coming out at? Dropping 111 degrees? I think it was 120 or something before. Not bad. Not too bad. I don't know how to make the save available on the workshop, actually. And I don't actually... Can you do that in Stationeers? Can I publish a save? Is that a thing? Let's check. So this is 54 degrees. The CO2 is 51 degrees. So the CO2 is a few degrees cooler than the water, which is correct. It should end up a little bit different. Oh, we can make it a little less different. If I pull up a frame from somewhere. I haven't had that many AC rebuilds in this series compared to previous ones. This system was a new system when it was put in. And intentionally built in such a way that I could expand it. As I have done. Oh, this stream? That's only the second. Because things exploded when I didn't anticipate it. There we go, it's still not taller than my tower. My tower is still much taller. Let's just get these in, since I made them anyway. Ow. To go fill up my jetpack. Does this count as vertical integration? Oh dear. Yeah, Shadow Drake, I don't know of a way to publish the save. Like, I could share it on Discord, and then people could download it from there, assuming the save is small enough. Which it may not be. Yep, the pipe music is gone while when I walk away from there. Here you go, it's back now.
Jetpack critical.
The large directs aren't moving that much energy, actually. Well, each. I think they were moving like 2 kilojoules or something when I last checked them. Yeah, 1.5. So I don't think they ever got actually tapped out. But I made the extras, so I'm using them anyway. Yeah, it was just some comments by the Stationeers devs during their dev stream this week that made me think maybe it'll be too big. Because they were saying that some save files were, you know, several hundred meg. But maybe they compress well, I don't know. But yeah, I'm happy to save it share it on the Discord, as I think that's realistically the only place I can. Alright, that should be all of them plugged in. And exchanging. Cool. Hopefully that means the water is dropping in temperature at a reasonable rate. And it kind of is. 53.8 degrees. So, now. That's getting cool. Let's buy some already cooled water. And I need to make a whole bunch of pipes so that I can connect that pipe network to the plant pipe network. Because then, hopefully, I can mix the two and have them... Oh, that was a good time to land. And I can mix the two and have them at a better temperature. So, is this... This is connected up, right? Isn't it? Let's turn the pump on. Because that's another way I can very quickly bring this to... a more reasonable temperature, because I'll buy it at 20, and so if this pipe network has a solid amount of... Oh, I'm not going to be able to buy that much, am I? I'm going to need to sell some more stuff. Okay. Do you want to fly out during the storm? You know you want to. Bye. Oh, the frames. Ah, it's a slideshow. Yeah, I could have used the liquid pipe network to cool down the base, yeah. By buying, effectively buying cool. One of the things I always used to do on my Mars bases was allowed heat exchange to happen into my water system as a coolant buffer. So the whole base, even if it was smaller, took a lot more heat to get up to temperature because there's so much capacity for heat. The specific energy of water is quite high, so you need a lot of heat to raise the whole base by a decent temperature if you use your water as a buffer. The downside of that, of course, is once it gets hot, your base stays hot because you've actually let a huge amount of heat accumulate that you now have to deal with. If you buy bulk liquid nitrogen and pipe it through the base, I'm sure you'd manage the lower temp. Yes, I could mix liquid nitrogen with the water, but I think I'd freeze and break the pipes. That's my assumption. The liquid nitrogen would probably break it. So how many liters of water do I have with all of that? 1.13. While this storm is going on, I'm going to quickly go and blow my nose because it's driving me insane. And then hopefully this storm will be over and I can call down some more traders, make some cash and buy some more water. I figure the water is currently 54 degrees with 3,000 liters of it. If I can get 2,000 liters at 20 degrees, mixing them together, I should end up with something in the 40s, or maybe even the mid-30s. So, should hopefully get me there, because I've already got 1,000, so I'd only need a few more 5x5 traders to get it up to 2,000 liters. But I need to find some ore traders as well. But yeah, I will be back in just a couple of minutes. Oh, the storm's still going. Dang it. I was really hoping it'd be over. The nitrogen would boil in the pipes, overpressurizing them. I don't think it would. My pipe network for water is actually quite large. I can't access any of it directly here, though, I don't think. No. It's quite large, so there's a decent amount of gas volume. So what may happen if I put liquid nitrogen into the pipes is it would evaporate, displacing the water vapor and causing the water vapor to go back to liquid. My worry, though, is that there may be a tick or two where the water freezes before the temperature equalizes, although because it's a single network, that probably shouldn't happen. Relive the 2 blammo clips while you wait. Guess if chat lets me scroll back far enough. For auto ignition, so on. I'm glad I should have saved before I did this. I'm kind of glad that I didn't try the flaming tower before this. What happens if I turn it off? Because this could have gone badly. Oh, I blew the tank! The scale of this explosion is just ridiculous. Whoopsie! And yet it still doesn't blow the walls out. Actually, that's really good to know. How far away is my tank from the base? From a safety perspective, that's really useful info. I'm gonna have to go outside to check. But if your storage tank for oxygen and fuel is this far away from your base walls should remain intact even under the worst conditions. Also, storm is over, let's go check on the traders. Before we check on the distances. I love having a lift that can see outside. It's really satisfying. Okay, interstellar innovations. Asteroid assayers, I think that's what I want. Void vein vendors, I can't get. Cosmic crush. Space alloy specialist, let's get you. Land. Land. Man, I love the dual landing. Orbit or outfitters. I think that's one, but maybe not. I think outfitters mean it's not, but we'll see. Oh, I didn't check if the walls took some damage. Yeah, that's true. Nevertheless, the scale of that explosion, for them to have remained intact at all, is kind of impressive. Cosmic Crush is liquids. Okay, we'll grab that one then. In they come. Watch these two land. A lot of the 3x3s land quicker than the 5x5s, so you can actually get them landing at the same time. Shadow Drake, that is an unexpectedly cool aspect of having multiple traders of the same type. And it's just nice.
Oxygen low.
Alright, so what do we need? Gonna have to make some alloys to make some cash to buy some more liquids, I think. But you, I can sell a bunch of ores to. Cool. Next time have the landing pads face each other so when they take off they hit each other. Oh dear. Oh. Well, from you I can buy this, which doesn't help me. So you can go away. Cool. Oh. Oh, excellent. You've got more stuff. I need to screen grab that, because I've got the other bits on my little cheat sheet of what I need to put in the stuff. And then you're useless. Unless I want to buy ice, which I don't. Really need a way to naturally expand the number of traders outside of mod. Agreed. Can you set up a script to call traders in and send them off? I believe so. To me, it doesn't feel like the most useful scripting time, because a lot of it, I don't know. I like being involved in the loop. Just ice oxide, not ice water, unfortunately. Star Sippers is liquids, but it's big. Space Springs. That's definitely liquids. And Payless Liquids is too big. Right. Now I need to throw a whole lot of iron, copper, silicon, gold, and coal. Probably not the gold and silicon. Or maybe. Nuclear reactors are planned. They're not a soon thing, but they are planned. And understandably, Rocketworks don't do roadmaps for this. I don't know whether... I get the feeling that terraforming might come before nuclear. Personally, that would be my preference. Has anyone been keeping count? Because I haven't. I'll do 4 more. Probably be enough. At least one, more than 5. Yep, something like that. I feel like terraforming is a better... Like, the reason I would prefer terraforming over nuclear to come first is that terraforming gives you an end goal. A reason to scale up. a reason to, like, build things in towards a specific end. While nuclear doesn't really do much other than give you, like, it gives you more variety of the existing mechanics, but it doesn't give you new mechanics to play around with. And that's why I think terraforming, to me, would be the thing I would get more excited about. Yeah, there's some placeholder stuff for terraforming in the Stationpedia, which makes me wonder if they agree with me that it would be the better thing to approach first. But I don't know. Don't know. They are inscrutable. I think also because I played the terraforming mod, even though I didn't get very far with it, I definitely appreciate the that feeling of everything I do has a point, because it will eventually feed toward making this place outside the base feel better. And a reason to work out efficiencies, because you're going to be scaling up so big that you really want all of your systems to be quite efficient. You don't want them to, you don't want to just be like, it's good enough for this base. It's like, no, we got to do huge amounts of work, so we want to make sure that everything we build is as cheap as we can make it and working as well as we can. Next series, a shoot switch to send to vending. Yeah. Yeah. With a counter on it so I can set the number of things that go through. That is 100% needed. This is a lot more pain than I anticipated. Especially as we get to the stuff further down the line. Thanks, Vidarian. Thank you for the Prime sub. Is there a small silo? Could you just have overflow from each silo go to vending? You could probably program the silos to only take in up to a certain amount and then empty at that point. And have literally an overflow chute. So instead of having this as that type of chute, have it as one of the overflow types. So it normally goes here, but once this line's full, everything that the silo dumps out below, once it hits, say, 150, will go to the vending machine. So you could do that. I can see that working as an option as well. Because then I don't need to worry, I just know that I'll only sell stuff that I already have a lot of. There's so much more to terraforming if you want to take it seriously, but if you want to make it fun, just setting the atmosphere and releasing an appropriate amount of water, I think is easily enough for Stationeers to make it interesting. Do one more. I've actually got quite a bit of silicon. Gold, I've probably got enough to sell some. Because I want to be able to buy enough water. So this is more about making sure I've got enough water. To-do. But yeah, I think a lot of the other stuff with terraforming is less interesting from a Stationeers perspective. Because you just have to have a magical machine that produces a magnetic field. You just have a magical machine that does this or that. And doing the other stuff is probably more interesting. Oh, I know you guys were, I feel bad for those people who finally caught up and are finally here for the live stream and it's the finale. But I can't really change that. If I forced myself to continue, I would probably stop enjoying it, and so would you. Yeah, I guess you could make rockets to be the, like, a, magnetic field generator of some sort. Right, hopefully that's enough to sell off to make me a decent amount of cash. Let's go see if there's another water trader or liquids trader. There's part of me that wants to lay down the runway just so I can get 7x7s. Because I've got enough kit on the ground, I think, to do it. Void visions, pay less liquids. It's gonna be a new one soon. You don't modify a planet's magnetic field, you put into orbit, well, not orbit, into a Lagrange point, I can't remember which one. Some sort of field generator, I imagine. Or at least that's what I recall from the Kurzgesagt video I saw on it. There's a point where you create a magnetic field there that protects the planet behind it from the solar wind. Rather than actually making the planet protect itself. Alright, there's nothing there. But again, other than launching a rocket, which I guess Stationeers, you don't have to launch a rocket, so it's probably not a bad thing to make that part of the terraforming requirement to basically be, you must interact with all aspects of the game to make this work. Having something you launch up there that does that
Oxygen low.
could be interesting enough. Sell. Hey! I did 50% more iron than I needed to. Wait, where'd my silicon go? Where'd my gold go? You guys saw me do silicon and gold, didn't you? What is happening? Oh, vending machine's full. Yeah, there we go. It's come through now. Bye. And sell that. 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 As it slowly fills up. Okay. Back at 7,400. And just don't have anything else to sell to you. You can go. Right, let's go check on the water. Has it cooled down substantially? Oh, yeah, kinda. It's a couple of degrees less. So, I need to make a whole bunch of insulated liquid pipe and start building towards connecting these so that I can drain this into the base. Where is the actual... Alright, we can go from here, I think. I think I'm going to drain this straight into my production room, because I feel like that's the best pool. Pre-existing pool that I have. Yeah, the production room seems perfect for a pool. And especially if I make it so I've got a tap so I can fill it up, use the pool, and then see how much of the rest of my base I can drown with it. I think that'll be fun. So I was thinking of having a valve and just a passive drain coming into the middle. Can I just check, does the water electrify? Or does it just short out the things and then the power stops? Because what I want, I don't care if the machines short out and break, but what I don't want to do is die the moment I get into the water. Would use an active liquid drain? Yeah, that would also work. Yeah, the liquid properly interacts with atmosphere. The pressure in here is high enough and the temperature is low enough that the water should remain liquid. Yeah. Where I'm using it. You won't get shocked. Good! So I don't wanna. What I do kinda wanna do is throw all this junk in and see if any of it floats. Alright. Let's check on the traders. I'll take my suit off. I'm going to be in here a little bit. So I need a lot of pipe for this. Hello, traders. What do we have? Void Visions? No. Hydro Harvest Haven? No. Starstop? No. Orbiting Oxygens? Probably. Galactic gases, yes. Alright, busy. Build ink. Yep, we'll contact Build Ink because I can make some cash off them. Three landing together. Yeah. Wherever I do my traders from now on, I want to have a control room that I can see where they land. It's just satisfying. No, Cosmic Bird, I do not want to back up this save. Because by the time I return to Stationeers, this save will not be functional. I'm quite happy with the memories of saves like this being in video form. It's very rare that I go back to look at any sort of save of any kind. Especially in a game that's gonna break that save. Because then you have to downgrade your game, you have to do all this other nonsense. No, I don't worry about that. It's just not how I usually approach things. I've got a little bit of steel in here I can sell. A little bit of solder. A little bit of Constantine. Made a few of these off stream to sell to the traders to keep my cash reserves up. I'll keep them there because they're actually not bad for making cash quickly. Now, bulk water. It's really quite expensive bulk water. Really expensive. Alright, whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. There's part of me that's tempted to buy the steam and some liquid and some nitrogen. But no. And just pressurize it down. They pay you to take pollutant? Yes, they do. Which makes sense. It's a waste product to them, and they want to get rid of it, and you can dispose of it for them, so... Assuming there are rules around how they do these things. Just leave all those pumps on. I can just do whatever I want. Oh, there's a hidden secret Discord with uniforms, funny handshakes, and Jupiter mining core salutes. Yes. Yes, there is. Blame Capac. Also, the Discord is not very hidden at all. It's even got a fancy custom link. How many pipes have I made? Probably enough to get some of this laid down. Yep. Yeah, the steam was at 800 degrees Celsius. High pressure steam. Just so that you can have some fun having to deal with it. I mean, it's still cooler than it comes out of this thing. This thing produces steam at, like... Is it 2,000 degrees? Oh, we're below 50 degrees. We're getting down to almost non-death temperatures, I think, for my base. I think 50 is probably fine, actually. I think I can survive that. Because the atmospheric cooling should push it down the rest of the way that it needs to go. As in, the atmosphere will cool the liquid. Alright. What is going on with that cable there? Why do I just have a rant? Oh, whatever. Come on. No, I reckon I misplaced that. I reckon that's me doing a mistake at some point and not realizing that I needed to come outside and clear it up. Or that I could come outside and clear it up. Probably a better way to phrase that. Actually, I'm going to stick this out from the wall to make it easier to build. Okay, so I need to bring it to here, and then I also need to bring another liquid pipe over to there, so that it can connect. I want it there. This is gonna be fun. I've never seen the in-world liquids and never really played with them, so this is a first for me. I'm looking forward to this. Will the two liquid networks instantly equalize? Yes, because they will become one. Just to be sure that isn't the liquid pollutant line, is it? I really hope not, because purging it's going to be a pain. If it is... Hey, Yoshi. Oh, yeah. Huh. That is, an interesting observation with regard to randomly finding cables in places. That's something I should expect to see a lot more of when I play this in multiplayer next. Oh dear. It's probably going to be a lot of stuff left lying around. Which I say knowing full well that Capac was the one who made the shelves in our Terraforming series and tried to clean things up. Let's just make sure. Yes, it is pure liquids. Okay. Yeah. How long before the tank would equalize? That's a fair question that I do not know the answer to. Now, so we've got 22.3 degrees, 1,300 liters. We've got 49.3 degrees of 3,000 liters. So it'll probably come to somewhere about a third of the difference. So 22 to 49. The difference is 27, so it'll probably come down to the high 30s, which is probably still too hot for the plants. And I don't want to kill all my phones just yet. So let's see if I can buy some more water. And maybe something colder. That says 302 liters because all we're looking at when I look at that with the analyzer tablet is just the pipe network, not the gigantic tank that's attached to it. And I checked the gigantic tank earlier and it has 3,000 liters in it. And what do we got? Nothing, 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 nothing. Nothing and nothing. Poop. Well, that's unfortunate. What angle do I even have the dish at? Set it up more vertically. Interstellar irrigation, there we go. That's going to be liquids. Definitely feel like the rockets are the way to go for getting masses of any sort of liquid or ice or anything. Orbital oceans. Nice. Traders are coming up for me today. This is great. I don't know what Cosmic Concoctions is. I can try it. Give it a crack. I reckon we'll get this liquid from these guys, and then I'm going to mix them and see what happens. The new lights runway is nice. Yeah, I'm really happy with the new lights. They work well as kind of light slash barricade. I reckon. Like if I turn off my suit light, you can see all of the fronts of all of these vessels. It'd be ideal to have these on both sides. So if I set up this differently, I would probably make the pads a little further apart maybe, or put the gas and stuff in a line back so that I can put lights at the back. But I didn't really set them up in a way that I could put lights at the back end. Oh, interstellar irrigations is plants. It is not liquids. That is very unhelpful. Already sold what I can to you. Here we go. Bulk water. 286 litres. $193. Let's just buy... Let's check this out. It's time to learn things that might destroy things. Yep, all the pumps on the back are on. So we're up at 1 point... So we're almost there. Okay, it's basically all out now. We're at 21.7 degrees Celsius. Let's buy some minus 220 degrees Celsius liquid nitrogen. 10 litres. Buy. It is evaporating. It is not doing an awful lot. It is making the gaseous water condense. Yeah, it has not adjusted the temperature. In any meaningful way. But I mean, it's only 10 litres. It's not like it would be a lot. But yeah, there you go. That's me having a pressure-int gas inside a liquid pipe for the first time ever. Alright, let's go joining these up. It's daytime. It's perfect. I do not have a specified date for AA's return. The edit continues. There we go. I was pretty much on the money. 39 degrees. was pretty much right. I have a lot of water now. Now we need an active drain. Set that up in the middle of the room. I can run it off the lights power, which shouldn't short out. No, an active drain is not a tap. An active drain is a pump. With a tap. Oh no! Oh, I've got to redo my cabling. How rude. Gotta have the drain in the center of the room. Unacceptable for it to be anything else. Okay, this goes round then. What pressure was the water pipe? Wasn't very high pressure at all. In fact, it was quite low pressure. It's like 87 kPa. It was something quite low. Okay, active liquid drain. We need power to you. And then I can go outside. No, the reason I'm using the active drain is that it is the valve. So I don't need a pipe valve. It's like an active vent. I'm pretty sure. Needs to be switched on and powered for it to do anything. Should have been a burst pipe, but okay. I think making a burst pipe correctly inside would have been a bit annoying. I think this is the better option. And here we go. This is it. I'm finally making a pool on Venus. Which was the biggest part of the goal that I had set myself here. Can I reach the switch from the ground? Yes, I can. Even better. Here we go. Save as swimming pools on Vulcan. There we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, the water is coming. Slowly. Bubbling. Spreading. It's quite slow. Vulcan. I meant Vulcan, I said Venus. Whatever. Hang on, you can hear the splashing. Splish, splash, splish, splash. I feel like I need more of these vents, because it's very slow. It's good to know, though, that it is quite slow. Where is the big vent version? Yeah. Now, what does the atmospheric makeup show? If I stand outside the water bit, we have a teeny bit of water vapor that is condensing. Teeny tiny bit. So I might need to add some more drains. So I might need to print some off before this machine shorts out. Oh dear. See how many we can get before this... That'll do. Okay, I'll let this keep filling while I go outside and I add some more of these. Actually, I should start inside. That should work. Pretty tidily, actually. It's gonna be a hand drill, isn't it? Shouldn't need to go outside if I do it this way. Now, I don't remember which bit actually has the power on it. It's the... if the button is that way, it's to the left. Okay. Ah! That side that needs the power. Whatever. Doesn't need to be tidy, just needs to work. Bump, bump, bump. Off. So that should be... I mean, the effect seems more pronounced now. So how many liters of water have I actually got going on here? In each cube at the moment. It doesn't say. Obviously. A kilomole. How much do I have in the network? Yeah, it's a rain shower now. Still got 2,500 liters in the liquid network, so there's still heaps. The floorboards are protecting the machines. They might be. Will they protect the shorts, or will it eventually short out? Because did I protect them? Alright, yeah. It says liquid volume, 1,300 liters, so yeah. It says that in the world, but then it takes up much less space when you put it into pipes. This is great. Oh, that's right, I can't go to third person while holding a tablet. Look at this. I am up to my waist. Almost. In water. Need to take off the backpack. Backpack comes off. Belt comes off. Oh hey, bits are floating in the water. Some bits do float. That's cool. My neat stack that was over here is floating around. Oh man. That's cool. Oh, wow. Do I ever want to have a pool in every base now? I want to store my water in pools. It's only 35 degrees in here too. Oh, this looks great. Anyone know a quicker way to drain the water out of the network? No, cows work on, tank and deconstruct. Okay, yep, that could work. I'm not in a suit. I'm in my Australia suit. In my Australia clothes. Hey, Australian flag on it. Oh, my face is about to go under. My face is about to go under.
Hunger caution. Hydration critical.
Why can't I just drink the water? Have to get out of the pool to go get a drink. I think the question should be, why does DE look like a Stationeer? Not why did the Stationeer look like DE? Also, why does DE look like generic Caucasian Astroneer man? Oh. See what happens with the transformer. Does swimming make you clean? I don't think so. Yeah, everything still seems to be working, but will it short out if I try and build something? Nope. So apparently, you can have your base underwater if you manage to put walls up everywhere. However, your screens stop working. I think I'm going to need to get a helmet, my suit on soon. Oh man, they did a really good job with this. Like, it would be better if we had droplets coming down rather than the vapor, but still, considering the limitations they're working with, they've done a really good job. What are the advantages of a water-filled base? Super good thermal conductivity? Wait, I'm not drowning? Oh, there it goes. So the transformer needs to be underwater to blow, and now I've got no power to any of my printers.
Oxygen low.
Oh, nope. I'm drowning. Where are we at, liquids-wise? Yeah, you liquid cool your base. Its volume is dropping. Everything floats except me. The cables... Did they float?
Oxygen low.
Oh. Oh. Why am I getting oxygen lows even when I just dip my toes?
Oxygen low.
Up. Huh.
Oxygen low.
Yeah, I can't even...
Oxygen low.
You can't get into the cube of it. So as soon as your character counts as inside that cube, you lose air.
Oxygen low.
That's, again, an understandable limitation, but a bit annoying. Because, yeah, the oxygen percentage in the gaseous part of the atmosphere is quite high. We got confirmation that the gnomes breathe through their toes. Yep. But water is 1/3 oxygen. It should be plenty. So, I mean, to fill a pool this size, which I think would be a pretty decent sized pool for most bases, you don't need a huge amount. I reckon you'd want to... I reckon for the most fun of having a pool like this, you probably only want to fill it up to just below halfway so that you can still breathe in it. Because you wouldn't want to be in this situation where I can't get in the pool anymore. While all my stuff floats in the middle. Ooh, speaking of floats in the middle. Hehe. I think everything floats. Huh. Looks like I'm correct. Put that up there so I can grab two things at a time. I'm cleaning up my mess! Oh, nope. How long till that's going to start drizzling into the rest of the base? And where's the water going to go? Because I do have other bits of the base that are lower than this. Lower than the general floor height, but it's got to get... Basically, I think this is the closest path to a low point. Down here. At which point this place will start filling up, and it will short out quickly, because the cables are exposed. I'm not wearing my suit. I'm just in my pajamas. So there's no, like, if I went and put my actual suit on, I'd be fine. I do love that we have the Great Vulcan garbage patch. That the currents are bringing all of it together. The floor edge can follow you now. Yep. Oh man, this is really cool. I totally want to have a pool. How will I manage to get a pool? No pool is complete without pool toys. Exactly. Stationeers is doing this in a very different environment to what Space Engineers is. They're not comparable. They're very different games. On the physics front. I like that... Oh, I think I might be out of water. Yeah, I'm out of water. That's all my water. I actually just barely had enough to fill this pool. Well, that's a bit surprising. And a bit disappointing, but a bit surprising. Although it sounds like it's wet around here. Oh, it is. Oh, wet around here? Does that mean there's some water that got down here? A tiniest bit of water got to the bottom of these stairs, okay. Yeah, that was about 4 to 4,500 liters of water in this. So there's a lot of water there.
Hunger caution.
Wow. Well, I think that's a good point for me to stop playing this save and do something else that I was thinking of doing this morning, which is actually going over to Space Engineers. Yeah, you can absolutely store your water this way. So if you make a little pool and you make sure that the water is cool enough and that the atmospheric pressure is high enough, the water will stay in that pool, as it should. You may have a little bit of leakage into the atmosphere through evaporation, but it won't be very much. And then, you should be able to store it this way. It will not be as efficient as storing it in tanks because the tanks compress the water, or rather, the water gets expanded in the world space. But yeah. Will it help cool the base? It'll help keep the base temperature stable. It won't cool it. It keeps it stable. Different things. But one last test before I wrap up here. How quickly does it evaporate? Oh, there we go. Where's my tablet go? Oh, I put it back on the shelf. Very pretty. So it's 70 degrees above the water, and it is 43 below the water. Yep, you can stay below the water during an explosion. Oh man. That's pretty big. Wonder if the oxygen tank blew. All my items stopped floating. Oh, weird. They did too. How strange. The physics just gave up. What is that sound? Something's ticking and I don't know what it is. Huh. How very odd. It's kind of fun walking around the base and seeing all this nonsense. But yeah, what? Ah, my tablet's on fire. My tablet was starting to burn. Yeah, so my plan now is to jump across to Space Engineers and mess around with some ideas I had and see if I can come up with some designs for it for the ACS mod that I can then use in Survival Impossible and other things to try and make the bases more interesting in Space Engineers. But yeah, from a Stationeers perspective, I'm very happy with how this base came together. It was very fun to play in. I liked the style that I came up with. I think I'm really excited to play it multiplayer next, but I'm not going to play it any more single-player Stationeers for a little while. I feel like I've done all I want to do in single-player for the time being. So yeah, let's finish this up here, and I will switch across to Space Engineers.